It's a little long, coming in at 106 minutes, but it is so entertaining. The Last Dinosaur. The 1977 Rankin-Bass production that is filled with heartfelt ballads, cheesy characters, and acting, as well as ridiculous dinosaurs. The plot. Maston Thrust, played by Richard Boone, is a rich oil tycoon who is also a seasoned expert hunter. After one of his burrowers tunnel too deep into the earth, they end up confronting a hideous tyrant lizard that slaughters all but one of the team. Chuck Wade, played by Stephen Keats, tells the world of his experience, and Maston assembles a team including a reporter, a scientist, and a tracker along with himself and Chuck. Together, the 5 personnel discover rather quickly that Chuck's story has some merit to it after all. This movie is oozing with charm and charisma. Putting aside the over-the-top acting, crazy effects, and cheesy music, this film has some more than acceptable qualities to it. By the way, if you think those 3 things I mentioned before are serious detriments to the film, then you're wrong. The overall atmosphere and camera work help to create this out-of-this-world movie can latch onto that everyone can plainly see. Tracking shots and miniatures both work hand in hand and look amazing. At the beginning of the fight between 2 dinosaurs, it may look cheesy with the suits they chose to use. However, the camera circling around the shot slowly builds up the fight in a much more effective way than what we are seeing. Some of the miniatures are laughable, but others look okay for the time this was made. I think the burrower doesn't look too bad. I loved the hammy acting and characters. There is some build-up to the dinosaurs, but the characters look like they're having a fun time with this one. Richard Boone gives the performance of a lifetime in this film that the budget forgot. His monologues and insane fits of rage are the stuff of legend. Stephen Keats and his big gapped 2 front teeth complains and whines throughout the whole movie. It's kind of funny how much of an immature child he can be. You promised you wouldn't hunt the dinosaurs. Bunta, the tracker character, is the silent kind who doesn't speak a word during the whole movie. There's this hilarious scene where he's introduced, and everyone gawks at his arrival more so than the idea of there being a living Tyrannosaurus Rex in modern day. Francesca Banks, played by Joanne Van Ark, claims, she won't be in the way and she can take care of herself. Apparently freaking not. This bimbo keeps getting into trouble, and the men have to save her. She's a stubborn woman who can't even back up her own claims. In other words, she can talk the talk, but she can't walk the walk. Dr. Kawamoto, played by Tetsu Nakamura, is kind of a wasted character, I thought. We don't get to know much about his backstory other than he's a scientist, so he does scientific things. Masumi Sakiya plays Hazel, a cave woman who befriends the characters. They try to civilize her, but there isn't much they can do at that point. By the way, you may think the characters are only there for a few days, more like a few months. All their supplies must have consisted of cosmetics and regular bathroom items they'd need to still look nice after all that time. The gore, the effects, there are some bloody bites and battles between dinosaurs. The only humans that we see die in the film are killed by being stepped on off-screen by the T-Rex. There's 4 other characters that die in past tense. Visually, the film looks nice, however the monster suits are less than stellar. What's with the head of the T-Rex whipping around and the horse suit-style Triceratops? It's kind of ridiculous. The motion picture soundtrack, our title theme song, is catchy, and the music they pull from that to score the rest of the movie is sort of heartwarming. The ballad is definitely a relic of its time. For all that is good about this movie, there's about twice as much wrong, although that's why I like it. It is not for everyone, and it can be kind of slow at times. But I found myself greatly invested in this film that budget forgot. Overall, I give The Last Dinosaur. A 3 out of 5. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.